welcome to 27 Minutes right here on WJTS UPN 27. The annual Somerfest is a Haysville tradition.
Start. We have a grand raffle over here.
Get this way.
$4,000 cash giveaway, plus assorted prizes tonight.
For the Haysville Ruritan Club members, the annual Somerfest is more than a fun weekend. It's a way to serve community needs, and there's a lot of work going on under those shelter house and tent roofs.
That one down there with the nuts in it.
Work that has a definite purpose in mind.
Gentleman right here one time.
Yeah, Luke and Luke.
Luke and Luke?
Yeah.
What are you two guys doing here?
Well, we're selling ice cream to raise money so we can go to Boy Scout camp.
Is that what you're doing, raising money for Boy Scout camp?
Yeah.
What are you selling besides ice cream? I heard you had some good pies.
Yeah, cherry cobblers here.
Okay. Cherry and peach and
Apple.
Okay. And lots of good food around to sample as you work or take in the activities.
Famous grilled pork chops.
Haysville's famous grilled pork chops.
That's right, baby. How
Great.
is it?
Good.
Tell them how good it is.
Very.
Happy summertime to you guys. It's good to be here in Haysville tonight. I was already here in not 5 minutes and got one of the best pork chops I ever ate in my life. And a request for a Jimmy Buffett song. You can't beat that. I feel right at home here tonight.
Pork chop sandwich.
We have elephant ears, we have lemonade, we have ice cream, we have pies, we have live entertainment, which is planned throughout the evening.
I'm strumming my 6 string on Marvin's front porch swing.
As Haysville Ruritan member Marvin Eisenhunt noted, those good tastes are tastes of home cooking.
We think we do a good job with our food. We hope everyone enjoys it. It's good home-cooked food. It's not just thrown together at the last minute. It's planned out months in advance.
Almost 100 years, huh?
The families and friends of Haysville have been very critical to us pulling this off every year. It does take a lot of people, from the food preparation to clean up, the hauling tables, to the serving line, and all club members contribute, and we ask our family and friends to help to pull this off. It is a major event for us.
And some of those members have been at it for a very long time. How many years have you fried chicken?
Oh, a couple.
A couple. You're not 100 years old. That's what they said. It's been 100 years.
Well, not quite. I'm 87 years old, or about. Not 100 yet.
Okay, but you've been doing this for 87 years?
No. I imagine at least 40.
At least 40.
When I was a young man, my daddy told me a lesson in learning was a long time ago. If you want to have someone to hold on to, you're gonna have to learn to let go. You gotta sing like you don't need the money, love like you never get hurt.
Our club was formed exactly 44 years ago, and the Somerfest has been going on now for 38 years. It originally started up at our Haysville school back in the 60s, and then eventually came down to the park. We use a lot of our funds for the betterment of our park, like a new roof on our shelter house was provided by the Ruritan Club using funds generated from this fest. the ballpark, things like that, the grass that's cut is being, the money's being provided by the club. Our club this past week just put together 12 new picnic tables. That doesn't seem like a lot maybe, but it sure helps with our seating problem when we have a large crowd. And we just try to keep things maintained here in the park for the betterment of everyone. The Little League uses our facilities for their annual dinner, and there's just numerous things that happen down here.
Yes, all that hard work has a definite purpose in mind. As a fundraiser, the fruit of that labor is likely to be found under the same roofs as the workers are working under.
I can never get hurt. You gotta dance like nobody's watching. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work.
Stay tuned. We will have more 27 minutes right after this. It's now time for today's homeowner tip of the week, brought to you tonight by Cramp Lumber Company in Jasper.
See how this is rooting into the lawn right here? Ground covers are great. When you use them in ornamental beds, they trail and root in and spread and fill out the whole bed. But when they crawl into the lawn, you need to contain them.
And I guess that's what this is all about.
It is. This is a vinyl edging. You can get these in different materials too, also metal. It has a rolled edge, so it gives you a decorative effect. You sink this in 4 inches in the ground, in between the ornamental bed and the lawn, and that keeps the ground cover inside and the lawn out. You can also use a nursery container, like a 3-gallon or 5-gallon nursery container, plant the plant into it, and then sink the container in the ground just with the edge exposed, and that keeps the plant from growing out of it and controls it.
I can see where both of these methods would work real well and cut down on the maintenance around the yard.
More 27 minutes right after this. This past Saturday, the Dubois County Millennium Committee held their preservation ceremony for the Millennium Time Capsule.
I have the distinct honor and privilege of welcoming everyone on behalf of the Millennium Committee this day, July 8th, 2000.
Members of the Dubois County Millennium Committee took to heart Indiana Governor Frank O'Bannon's call to look to the future with the same vision and determination of their ancestors, gathering around a Millennium Time Capsule, the contents of which they hoped reflected current life in Dubois County in the year 2000.
We ask that you continue to journey with us as we strive to follow you more closely and to be your light to those around us.
Strong faith in God.
Strengthened by their faith, the ancestors of many in Dubois County journeyed toward a vision of a better life for their children.
Focus on a festival of faith.
The Millennium Committee's first project was to provide a Millennium candle for area churches to light at the beginning of the year.
What we did, we turned this kind of into a project that was going to help fund the rest of our Millennium projects, and that was the manufacturing of cool jugs, which
many of you know, is a collector's item. We have a collector's item of 2,000 Millennium.
Many of the Millennium projects represented strengths of the county.
So that part we celebrated in the manufacturing end of Dubois County. Then the other project that we decided, we have to know where we came from before we know where we're going. And that was burying or placing a time capsule for our future generations. And it's going to be, or it should be reopened in 50 years. The most important project of all, and that is our future. And it's our youth.
For the county, building a better future is founded also in building good character. Many county youth projects seek to help keep alive the spirit of the area youth, help them build friendships, and discover the joy of good traditions.
With the cooperation of Dubois County Millennium Committee, I, along with 10 other high school scholars among the county, are planning a lock-in for the youth. The lock-in will be held September 9th and 10th at the Teen Outback in Huntingburg. 100 kids will have the chance to take part in the lock-in.
The time capsule is to be opened in the year 2050. Within that capsule is a Dubois County map, Dubois County Volunteer Fire Department memories, a Frontier League's 2000 baseball, and reflections of the value of good education plays in county's history.
4 young people that did a wonderful job of will convey to you what they think the future will be like in the year 2050.
The county's time capsule includes a year 2000 Farmer's Almanac, a ledger of Dubois County tax rates, utility bills, and other everyday realities of life in the year 2000. But as the essayist noted, 2050 could see some changes.
Let's think about the farms. There might be big farms, and there probably won't be as many farms as today. The farmers won't have to feed the animals by hand because the feed will run on computers. When I was 12, we had already been to the moon and had probes sent up to the Mars, but we had never sent a human being to any other planet. Now we have people living on the moon and Mars. We're going to send someone to Neptune in a year or so. In less than 10 years, we hope to have a civilization there. Our environment has changed a lot, but our family values have stayed the same, and I am looking forward to the future.
So at this time, please, Aubrey, tell us what you think of the future.
Dubois County in the year 2050. I foresee a lot of rewarding changes for Dubois County by the year 2050. Highway 231 will be relocated, bypassing Huntingburg and Jasper. This will be a major step forward in the improvement for through traffic. It will also open up additional properties along a major highway to new development. Rock roads are a thing about which old folks will reminisce.
Those opening the time capsule in 2050 may discover that a Dubois County plat book is indeed outdated.
Time capsule is one of the projects that was discussed from time to time. Where are we going to locate it and find the final resting place for this capsule? And after many discussions, we decided that the county commissioners would permit us, we would use the War Memorial. The monument was built and dedicated October 17, 1894. History indicates that this monument will stand for all ages and hopefully will inspire the coming generations a love of country, liberty, and unity.
On July 8, 2000, a time capsule was placed, reflecting the image of the county residents at the beginning of a new millennium. But it's the county's people and their gatherings, the sharing with neighbors, the new and old memories, the blessings received, and the problems solved that truly reflect what Dubois County is.
We will check sports right after this. college football season is just right around the corner. Indiana will be looking to better their 4-7 record of last year. Coach Cam Cameron and the Hoosiers had a very good spring practice session. In fact, the players at IU wanted to keep practicing, and that pleased the coach.
I think as a coach, boy, you're always excited when your football team wants to continue, because that's a first for me. Guys wanting to continue spring practice. I don't know if it was the good weather or I think really a big part of that was just we made some really good moves, moving Craig Osika to center and AC Milo to tackle, Colin Christopher to offensive guard, Stephen Anthony, and moving Antoine around to some other positions. I think we were able to really get our guys enthusiastic about some of the moves we made, because I think they all understand it's going to make our football team better.
Yeah. You mentioned the spring practice. Talk about the points of emphasis this year. I know you brought in some different people on the coaching staff. How did all that go in there, getting used to the ball club and, in turn, them getting used to the new coaches?
Well, that was another one of the real highlights of the spring, was just the ability of the new coaches to come in and really, I thought they did a great job of working with our existing staff and getting our players in tune with what they want. We got a new defensive coordinator, James Bell. We've got a new outside linebacker coach in Dick Flynn. We got a new offensive line coach in Hal Hunter Jr. So I thought those guys, and those are veteran coaches, I mean, which doesn't surprise me. They came right in. They knew exactly what we had to get done, and the players responded. So I thought both guys, both groups, the coaches and the players, did a great job of coming together.
On the defense last year, it didn't seem like things were off on pre-snap reads or lining up right. It was just a matter of sometimes just making plays, and I'm sure that's something you guys want to really get better at this year.
Yeah, that's the major emphasis for really our entire football team. Mm-hmm. When the play presents itself, once you get lined up and do everything you're supposed to do, catch the ball, make the tackle, make the interception, make the play like we made at Iowa. We had to make a play to stop them on the last play of the game to win it. We had to make a play in overtime to beat them. If we don't make those plays, we don't win those games. And we had 4 games last year that it was a difference in the game was a play or two. We had an opportunity to beat Michigan on the last play of the game, and we drop a pass. And so, we challenged our guys. At some point in time, you got to make the play, and I think that should be the difference for us this year.
On offense, you've been talking about moving Antoine around, but you also predicated that by saying Tommy Jones will have to be one of the 11 best guys on the field. How's that situation coming?
Yeah, well, one, is coming along well because Tommy continues to improve and is playing at a level that I think we can win. We're not going to play Tommy just to keep him happy. We're not going to play some gimmick to get our fans excited. The bottom line is Tommy Jones has to be able to play well. And then secondly, it has to be a fit for Antoine at the wide receiver position or whatever it might be. And the early indications are that that's going to be a real possibility.
Talk about the offensive line a little bit. You mentioned Craig's move to center. How's that coming along in spring practice?
I thought that was maybe our most improved area throughout the 15 practices. Are we where we need to be? No, we lost 4 of the 5 stars in our offensive line. But you're looking at now an AC Myler at left tackle. Brett Taylor had a good spring at right tackle. Our guards, Jamarcus Gorman was out for the spring, so that who started for us last year. We should get him back. Enoch DeMar had a good spring at left guard. And then Anthony Oakley, Sione Oafi, and Colin Christopher really came along. So we've got some guys that are, if they just continue to develop and improve, we should be able to put together collectively a pretty good line.
Down here we saw a lot of Leveron Williams in high school, and his improvement continues to please, I know, the coaching staff. What about the offensive backfield? Jeremy Johnson back there as well?
Well, we've got 2 quality fullbacks, and Dwayne Hogan and Jeremy Johnson. So that, and you need 2 good fullbacks. Leveron really made some strides last year, and I think he took another step in the right direction this spring. Brian Lewis had a really productive spring, and he had been injured in the fall. I think you'll see a lot of him. A.C. Carter, who played some in the fall, missed a lot of the spring with an ankle injury. So we've got 3 quality tailbacks, but you can't have enough good running backs. I mean, Bo Schembechler told me that a long time ago. He says you can't have too many good running backs. So we're getting to the point where we got more than one at least.
What about the Big Ten schedule? It's always tough no matter what happens and who brings what back. But overall, how's the league going to be?
Well, I think the league's going to be as good as it was a year ago. We don't play Michigan State and we don't play Ohio State. But I don't care who you don't play. You still are going to have to play a lot of good quality teams. But I think you know that going in. That's part of being what I think is the finest football conference in the country. And we look at it as a challenge and one that down the road, really, you get a lot of rewards from beating those kind of people.
Coach Cameron and the Hoosiers start their new season September 9th against North Carolina State in Bloomington. This has been 27 minutes here on WJTS UPN 27 for the entire UPN 27 crew, minus Jeremy Marcos. I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Have a great weekend.